Out of conference, and again, beat teams, okay, like similar teams that are might be around where they are on the bubble, if you will, and they also have big wins against Arizona, Michigan, and Louisville.
Yeah, there's no bad loss, you know.
Yes.
And you don't lose as much ground for a loss as you gain from a win.
It's a foul on the drive in. That's the second on Bailey. And so that is why this leads us to resetting the stakes. Oklahoma right now is a It's a foul on the drive in. That's the second on Bailey. And so that is why this leads us to resetting the stakes. Oklahoma right now is a projected 10 seed. There's still 3 weeks left in the season, but there's only 3 weeks left in the season. So they're a projected 10 seed. They are what folks would say that they are on Joe Lunardi's bubble as one of the last 4 teams that would be in the tournament field without having to play in that first 4. Again, these are all projections right now, but Joe's pretty good about lining this stuff up this time of year.
Yeah, I'm not going against him.
Yeah.
If you're betting on a dog race at halftime and Joe Lunardi walks in there and goes, hey, I got a tip for you. You take it.
Yeah. That's the guy you trust. Did you just reveal your source? This is your dog racing guy?
No, I can't do that. Never do that.
And so that's what critical for Oklahoma today is to just take care of business at home with a very rugged finish to its conference schedule coming up. Miller nearly lost it. Miles takes it away. Good defense from Godwin as well. They're on the move. Godwin puts it up. Tapped. Who's got it? Miller.
You've got the miss at this end by Oklahoma, point-blank range, but then what do we get? We get LSU in transition, and this is where this guy is most dangerous, in the open floor with room to work and the ability to pull up and shoot it. Great play by LSU.
He has been lights out from distance of late. This has already been a career year for Carter in terms of his production, but then efficiency as well. He's 41% from beyond the arc this season, but he's 50% his last 4. So he has been dialed in, and it is a one-possession game again. Day 24.
I got to give a tip of the cap to the LSU coaching staff and Coach Mack. This is a one.
Peace of mind. Get your new solar generator and free solar panel at forpatriots.com.
Guys, stop dressing like this. Dress like this. This is the perfect polo for any occasion, and the comfort and stretch are unmatched. The signature firm semi-spread collar adds a touch of sophistication and class, but still gives you that everyday comfort with the relaxed fit. Easily elevate the look by throwing on one of Collars & Co.'s sweaters, and because of the design of the polo, it'll look as if you're wearing a dress shirt underneath. Head over to Collars & Co. now to elevate your style and comfort. Use code TV for 20% off site-wide at collarsandco.com.
There's Cam Carter, the engine for this LSU team, number 5 in the purple. So he has ignited Joe. Recently went on a 9-0 run all by himself.
to that pick and roll by Collins. He scored the 9 previous points, and again, been very. OU going to put a lot of attention on what he's doing in the pick and roll and what he's doing with the handoffs. They're really putting a lot of attention on him. For most of the game, he has really been willing to give it up. Guys have been delivering for him, Bailey and Collins especially. But here in the second half, there's been a little bit of transition going, and he's been able to get loose and get free, and he's really delivered.
Nobody works harder than Cam Carter. He's always the first player out there for shoot-arounds, practices. The work ethic has been widely recognized by folks this year. And so after LSU trailed by as many as 13, just what, 10 minutes ago, early second half, it is a 1-point game again with Damian Collins at the line. One more here to try to tie it. 7:44 down the stretch we come.
Again, and I just love the resilience of this team. I love the resilience of this coaching staff. Again, this is a team that's 1-10. They could really easily just put everything in the bank and say we're heading off for the summer. They're playing like their lives depend on it.
Just the second tie of the evening. Oklahoma trying to take care of business at home. It could ill afford to lose a game like this time of the season. Godwin, nice spin. Missed it, and Damian Collins, a career day for the redshirt junior, comes down with another board. LSU has been so hungry.
They've been hanging around, Kevin, and Carter hadn't been really giving them a lot. Well, guess who's awake now? Carter's awake, and he's something to be. Well, guess who's awake now? Carter's awake, and he's something to be dealt with.
Timeout, Oklahoma. It's their first lead since it was 3-0 right out of the gate.
And again, he's been quiet. 5 points in the first half, playing a really good floor game, distributing the ball. But you knew it was coming, and he started getting some good looks. The confidence is there, and he's stroking it.
You know, it was 46-33. It was that 13-point lead for Oklahoma in that moment. And since, it's a 29-13 run. So they have just flipped this thing over the last 10 minutes. It's been Collins. Jai Bailey had his moments in the first half. Carter is dialed in right now, though.
Well, I'm going to make a great, brilliant statement on my behalf.
You do this often, by the way.
OU's had some really good looks. I mean, they've run good offense. They've had good, clean looks. LSU has too. LSU's just knocking it down, and they're playing just a better game offensively, more efficient, and efficiency comes by making baskets. LSU's making baskets.
Yep. In the second half, they are shooting 73% from the field. Godwin has missed a couple of those in the paint. The door is open again for LSU. This is Mike Williams into Carter's hands. Carter guarded by the bigger Moore, and he cuts him off.
They got to really stay at home on Carter now. He's feeling it.
17 points, 12 of those after halftime. Nowhere for Gibbons to go. Collins, jab step. Collins down the lane. Collins, that's a difficult one. And a foul on Oklahoma. Another 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Tigers.
Again, he gets good eye, gets ball watching a little bit. Bailey sneaks in, gets in front of him, gets to the rim. Again, causes a foul.
And so, yes, so that is just the 19th foul on Oklahoma. So here is a 1-and-1 opportunity for Bailey, 67% free throw shooter.
Team struggling today from the line, though. This is usually a very good free throw shooting team. But today, they shooting at about a 60% rate, usually right around 85 for the season.
Now, Oklahoma is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the nation. They have been all year, top 10 of the country. Now, this has been the Achilles heel at times for LSU. It's been some of the free throw struggles, especially crunch time of close games. Bailey drills the front end here. So while we have a quick moment. Monday night, SEC Insight grants you that leader of this team, the senior from Birmingham, at the line, trying to stretch this lead back to 2.
Lead ball movement. Don't want to see a lot of just dribbling and the ball being stagnant. You need it to move.
Bailey, the blow by. Jai Bailey draws the foul. Got whacked in the face, but he's headed to the line for a pair.
And again, you said the 2 words that couldn't happen if you're OU. You couldn't have a blow by. And you got to come down. You just can't get blown by. And again, that's the youngster fears. Getting up a little too close, getting a little too eager. You know, chop your feet, have some patience, stay back. Don't crowd him too much if he's got a live dribble. That's kind of what you saw there. A guy that's played a few years in Bailey, been in some situations, and a younger player in Fizz, very talented, but a little too eager.
You know, Oklahoma has not played in a game like this in a little while. Remember, the 3 blowout losses to Missouri, Tennessee, and Auburn. These are all projected tournament teams and ranked clubs. Their win against Vandy was a 30-point victory. So it's been a few weeks, but they are in a fight coming down the stretch at Norman. Only 1 out of 2 that time for Bailey. And Oklahoma will take it over. Hey, pardon me, partner, that was a foul. They whistled LSU for a foul that time. So OU will benefit from being in the double bonus.
These are mistakes that, again, you just... You want to be eager. You want to be aggressive. You want to play with passion, but you got to have poise. You can't foul when you're in the bonus 94 feet from the basket and give guys and a good free throw shooter a free trip and free points.
And not all fouls are created equal. That is the 4th on Damian Collins. That's a tough one. It's been a career day for Collins. 22 points for the junior.
2 of those. Fouls on Collins are 94 feet from the basket.
Yep.
And that's where you got to be more in tune of what's going on in the game. And again, have poise and play with a little, I'm going to let it go and make a play a little later.
Is this not say it all about the trust level Porter Moser has and the staff and the freshman Dayton Forsythe. Here he is out on the floor, waning minutes, 1 possession game, and he just went 4 for 4 at the stripe. A game in which OU was in control for much. Of it has turned into a really tight one. That's a foul on Moore.
Again, there's Forsythe, number 7. Again,
I know, I'm with you.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I mean, they had done a nice job of angling him. He was pretty much kind of going to the short corner. He wasn't going to the basket, so the help really wasn't needed. He was going to have to shoot a running, 5-foot hook. That would have been, the difficulty on that would have been extreme. Yes, they can. Nice read coming off the flare and then cutting to the basket. And a nice finish by Carter.
Carter, just a savvy, clever senior that time, knowing he could look for a little contact. You know, I think what he has done this season, the way he plays the game, how he's carried himself, it's naturally going to be overlooked. He's on a team that's 1-10 in the SEC. Carter carries himself so well out there. Yep. With the best of them in the SEC. He's had another productive day. It's his 10th 20-point game. This is Miles, drive and kick. This is Fears, picks up the dribble. Less than 4. Play in a critical one for the Sooners in Norman. Fears has it, starting to improvise, step back, left it way short, might have been tipped. Shot clock doesn't reset. Oh, Miles bails him out, and the
to the rescue. I mean, that possession was dead. They had nowhere to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And again, tough shot by Fears. And look what I found. Show you a little. Sugar by Fears, and look what I found. Show you a little Sugar, step through. Got a good one.
No alarms tell me when to snack. Nice try, Kevin. So my advice? Stop looking for advice. And if you want to grab a snack, grab a snack. Who's hungry?
Damian Collins has just fouled out, as you said, game of his life, a career day, 22 points today for Collins. Rob Miller fouled out earlier, a couple of minutes ago for LSU. They're playing without Corey Chest, who is out with an injury. Jalen Reed's been gone. I mean, what do you do now?
They're going to go small. You can see they got a very small lineup. They put Mike Williams into the game, and now you're basically playing with 5 guards right now.
Tallest player on the floor.
Bailey and Miller.
Tallest player on the floor is technically the guy who's been initiating the offense for you all year. Jai Bailey at 6'5". And so Jalen Moore, who's the 6'7" four-man for Oklahoma, he becomes the giant on the floor. It is small ball on either side here in a game in which Oklahoma reset has led by as many as 13. They led by 10 for much of the first half. They lost that lead a few moments ago. They have since regained it. This is a game for OU. For their tournament resume, they've got to take care of business. They can ill afford, we'll just say it factually, to lose to a team that's 1-10 in league play. That's the OU vantage point. LSU, meanwhile, they are desperate for that second SEC victory. Been in so many close races, so many close games of late. What will they do in the final 3:15?
It's closing time, and they're going to have to get some rebounds with this small lineup, and maybe some steals.
Fears watches it. Oh, it swirls.
Maybe some steals. Pivoting and using those broad shoulders to get to the free throw line.
Taylor, 78%